Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my channel, Running with Scissors. In today's video, we're going to find out what I made with this fabric from my last spin on the Fabric Wheel of Fate. Stay tuned. Before I show you what I made, I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching last week's video. I had so many views and I picked up quite a few more subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's very exciting. Okay. As I said, this is a fabric I used that came up on my wheel. But let me talk about the wheel just for a quick minute. Some of my new subscribers may not know about the wheel. Now, most of you probably do if you've been watching Carol from So Carol. She came up with this great idea. But what you do, you pick some fabric, 4, 5, 6, however many you want. Pick it out of your stash. Fabric that you've had for a while. You keep avoiding it or looking over it when you go to make something. You bought it and then don't know what to make with it. Or if you're like me, I bought fabric from a lady on Craigslist and also on Facebook Marketplace. And you get it in bags and then you open it up and you think, what am I going to use that for? So find some fabric you're not sure what to use. Then you either put it on a wheel, a little spinner from a game. You can make a spinner yourself. I know Carol's father and even Diane from Silver Thread Sewing, her husband, made her a spinner. So anyway, you spin it, or you can even put little pieces of paper in a hat or a basket and draw out the name or number of each fabric. But whatever it is that it lands on or you draw out, you have to make something with it. The decision has been made. And so you can't keep overlooking that fabric. You think, well, now I have to do something with it. So, as I said, I had this fabric, I had quite a bit of it. I believe I got this from the lady from the marketplace. So I had quite a bit of it left. I think probably have at least another yard of it left. So I like to try and make things from patterns I've never used before. We all have our tried and true. I've made, well, this top right here, this is one of those classic tops from Love Notions. I made quite a few of those. You find a pattern you like and you keep making them, but then I've got hundreds of patterns. I need to use them. So that's what I did. I went through my patterns and I decided I'm going to try and make something with this fabric that I've never used the pattern for. What I came up with was McCall 7381. And I did the view the model is wearing. Now if you look, it's hard to tell because it kind of blends into the fabric, but there's a tie here and there's a tie on the long one, and the other two do not have ties. And the ties are actually sewn in. They're not, it's not a separate belt. It's an actual sewn in tie. Let me show you the line drawings. So I thought I'm going to try and make that. I think that'd be really cute with this fabric. So that's what I did. I'm going to show you the dress and talk about it. And then of course I will put it on and let you see how it looks on me. Here it is. The tie is tied. It's actually tied on. I mean, it's sewn on. It's not separate. What I like about it, you've got, let me get up close. You've got some pleats here on both shoulders. And the pleats kind of come down. There's also pleats on the skirt. And there's the back. It is a slip-on dress. Okay, so you there's no zippers or ties or buttons or anything like that. Now, there's maybe 3 things I'm going to tell you I did a little differently. One was it calls for elastic in the waist. I did not need to do that. It just fit me just fine without the elastic. Well, my waist, and I parted ways a long time ago. One of these days I might get it back. But when I tried it on, I realized I did not need to put any elastic in the waist. It fit me just fine without the elastic, so no elastic. The other thing they mention is, see where it crosses over? They mention putting a couple snaps there. Now, as you can see, it looks like it's going to gape open. It doesn't when I wear it. I wore it, actually wore it today. And wearing it, I noticed that it didn't gape, so I did not put the snaps there. When it's hanging on the hanger, it does look like it gapes, but when you have it on, it doesn't gape. The other thing I did was I did make the left sleeve a little bit bigger. I do have a little bit of lymphedema in this arm. So this bicep is about an inch bigger around than that one. So if I did the 5/8 inch seam allowance, but over here, since I knew I needed it to be bigger around, I just did a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and it was just fine. It fits both my arms just fine. If I had sewn this with the 5/8 inch seam allowance, it would have been too tight on my left arm. So that's what I did different. No elastic, no snaps, and adjusted the seam allowance on my left sleeve. Okay. It's not a hard dress to make. I think it's pretty cute. My husband likes this. He always tells me he likes cotton dresses. He said, I don't like those real slick dresses. And, you know, I do. I like those silky type dresses because I said, well, they have more drape. They have more swish and drape. But for some reason, he just really likes cotton and not those shiny. He calls them the shiny fabric. I don't like that shiny fabric. But you know what? I do. So anyway, that's the dress. Now, before I try it on and show it to you, let me get my spinner. I have 2 more fabrics left. Let me show you the fabrics first. Okay, I have quite a bit. Looks like it's got 5 yards of this cotton plaid. And the one fabric I have that I dread the most, this is a flannel backed twill. Show you, there's the front of it, and then the inside, see, it's got that flannel back, and when I'm thinking, you know, here it is spring and the weather's getting warmer, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So that's why I put it on the wheel, because I didn't know what to do with it. If I put it on the wheel, eventually I'm going to have to do something with it, whether I want to or not. So let me go ahead and get the wheel out for you. This is a wheel my son made for me. I told him that I would like to have some type of a spinner, and he went all out and made it with 3 different kinds of wood. And it's got ball bearings in it, and he's got a little from a credit card. Now, I'll probably have to spin this more times, probably 2 or 3 times, because I've only got 2 things on it. So the chances of me getting it on one of these the first time are kind of slim, but we'll find out, won't we? Okay, let's go ahead and give it a spin. Oh, it just missed. That's spin number 3. Oh, it did it again. Oh my gosh. Spin 4. Spin 5. Hey, it only took 5 spins and it landed on the plaid. It's funny, I was thinking this other fabric, the twill, is the one I dread the most. Well, if you watched Carol from So Carol, her last fabric was the one she dreaded the most, and it turned out to be the one she liked the most. Who knows? Well, it landed on the plaid, so I'll be making something with this plaid. Okay. Stick around. I'm going to be modeling that dress for you. See what you think about it. I was afraid it might be a little short. The lady in the pattern, her dress is a little bit short, and I kind of wish I made it a little longer, but when I showed it to my husband, he likes it. He doesn't like long dresses, like this long one here. He's just not a fan of long dresses, or midi dresses, or maxi dresses for that matter. And so I just made a very small hem on it, and I think it's just fine. I think it's just fine. So, well, thank you for watching my video. I'll be making something from that plaid, and if you like what you see, give me a little like, a little thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know when I make something with that plaid, and I'll see you next time. You take care. God bless. Goodbye.